सुअर का मांस।
मतलब और बहुत
बिल्कुल ही धारण नहीं है,
देशभक्त और मतलब लड़ाई
बिल्कुल ही धारण नहीं है। तो नास्तिक है तो और सेकुलर है तो
But the thing is that त्यागी कि ये जो
नीति के चक्कर में गांधी जी को प्रभाव पड़ा तो अलग
अपने आप को
जिन्ना was a completely Englishman, समझ रहे हैं? तो वहाँ पे पोक खाना यानी कि सुअर का मांस खाना is a kind of way of
इसलिए तो बोल रहा है he was not like पक्का मुस्लिम।
या नहीं था वो एक एडवोकेट था
बस, लेकिन उसने परिस्थितियों को बाबा राजनीति की वजह से, जैसे गांधी जी का प्रभाव बढ़ने वाला कांग्रेस में उसे दुख हुआ, उसने कांग्रेस छोड़ी। उसने कहा आप लोगों के साथ पर जोड़ सकते हैं, उसने कहा धर्म सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा। उसने तो रिलीजियस नहीं था, लेकिन रिलीजन का मुद्दा उसने उठाया।
जिन्ना वो
आज के राजनेता भी कर रहे हैं, पूरे रिलीजियस
जिन्ना was not a politician, he was a advocate. He advocated the Islam, समझ रहे हो? तो वो पोक खाता था, सुअर का मांस खाता था। That was his way of living his life, like a Western person, like an Englishman proper. But उसको कोई एम्पैथी या सिंपैथी नहीं थी कि पाकिस्तान है, इंडिया है। He was doing his kind of job, advocating, वो कहते हैं ना कि अपना काम करे जा रहा था वो, कि भाई मैं एक नंबर वन का एडवोकेट हूँ, मैं हक के लिए लड़ूंगा, मैं लीगलिटीज को समझूंगा। तो उस लीगलिटीज के तौर पे शायद
पहले उसने भी हर अलग लड़ाई में उसमें बढ़ चढ़ के हिस्सा लिया। कितना एक्टिव था, अपने घर के बाद भी एक्टिव था।
जब गांधी जी खिलाफत में शामिल हो गए थे तो उसने विरोध किया कि इनको क्यों शामिल कर रहा है, मैं क्यों कर रहा है इस आंदोलन को। उसने उस निर्णय पर गांधी जी का सोच था,
तो ऐसा व्यक्ति
पाकिस्तान का जनक बन गया। दैट इज पॉलिटिक्स, pure sort politics, nothing else,
nothing.
Only about politics.
I'm getting a sense of hateness from your tone.
You are just getting true facts.
I'm getting true facts
sometimes,
but
that is
assumptions.
The tone of your voice is dictating to me something else.
I'm just putting facts. I'm not giving opinion here.
Yeah.
I'm just putting facts.
That was a perfect thought from you. Would you like to put in your words?
No, same as.
Do you hate Jinnah? Of course.
I don't hate exactly.
Yeah.
But I do actually realize this thing, that is how well he used the tool of religion against the peoples.
But would he have?
By him was very, I can say.
Would he have not demanded the partition?
And he made me feel as a real politician.
Yeah.
Maybe his significance was lost in the oblivion.
Yeah. He was as negligible. He would have been as negligible
Not
as the other politician if the partition could not take place. Yeah.
He could be treated like as Balagandar Tulak, Lala Lajpat Rai, as a political leader, freedom fighter.
Yeah, freedom fighter. But did he do something for the fight against British?
No, he was with the British.
I'm sorry. I have tears in my eyes, but these.
Jewish person. That was the same on politics.
Yeah.
Like he was a racist voter because he had this preconception in his mind that Jews are the person who are the top notch. They have control over all of the major resources of the country, and they are draining our local
resources.
Yes, they are local resources, and they are outsiders.
But
this conception gave rise to the feeling of anti-Semitism.
The kind and types of remarks made by Congress, made by BJP against the Mahatma Gandhi, respected Mahatma Gandhi, are those kind of remarks? Do you think? What do you say about them?
BJP ने कब किया? BJP ने कब किया?
They say like मतलब वो है ना कि कोई वीर सावरकर।
मोदी जी तो सबसे आम प्रचार महात्मा गांधी कर रहे हैं।
नहीं तो as a they are seeing Mahatma Gandhi as a person of Congress.
नहीं,
but only one line I can say about Mahatma Gandhi. Hated by many, defeated by none. Hated by each and every such of people who day and night continue to space about the Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah.
But they are nowhere close to him.
Was he actually Mahatma?
And I guess that is the one of the significant thing that one person should learn from Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah, what?
That you should make a society like that. People of every sections should curse you, should abuse you, but they can't live without you.
Before 1947,
Yeah.
he was a political leader.
Yeah.
He was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi.
Mohandas.
But after he did work,
Hated by?
after the partition, he did
Yeah, yeah.
so many works
Yeah.
for the reconciliation of
India.
two communities,
Two communities.
between two communities, Hindu and Muslim.
Yeah, yeah.
In that case, we can call him as Mahatma.
Yeah, but
NCERT in the court case.
there are several cases.
Gandhi, Mahatma became the work he did when the partition was happening.
But Sangam, there are several cases on the Twitter handle or on other social media as well. They portrayed Mahatma Gandhi as somebody who is a kind of something to do with his character.
That is the
Womanizer, maybe.
that is
See.
ideological case.
Ideology.
The first thing I actually admire about Gandhi that is he actually accepted it. If you
Accepted.
read his book, that is My Experiments, so he actually admitted it, and there is a reason behind it. That is, he was like, it is said, I am not defending him in that case,
Yeah.
but he said that is, I just want to test my brahmacharya nature.
Brahmacharya means what? Celibacy?
Whether I can just control on my sense, can I control on my pleasures?
Yeah.
So there are certain evidences that suggest he, in order to testify his celibacy, he actually slept with those girls or even some persons. And he actually said that.
Yeah.
So maybe there are some
So the
girls who are closely related to them. So this is being said, and he's quoted as well. That is, I did that for purpose to test if my inner sense and is compatible. Can I control these desires?
so in a way, the
Womanizers.
fault lies with the perceiver of
In that case, I want to say one thing.
yeah
We should judge Mahatma Gandhi
on the basis of
on basis of political life,
political lines.
social life,
Yeah.
or what he did for the society.
For the-
Not for their personal life, not for their personal matters. What he did personal matter, what makes sense for you?
Doesn't make any sense, but
You are just going personal. You can't compete.
no, I'm not going personal.
No,
But
there are people who are criticizing Mahatma Gandhi
yeah,
for granting
they are making an attempt to showcase or portray Mahatma Gandhi as a womanizer, so that
They
he
just want to defame
yeah
on personal level because they can't defame them as a political matter.
they want to
They just want to degrade his character
Yeah.
by going in their personal
so
life.
that they want to defeat the Congress norms of being the supreme authority.
This is ideological case. Congress attacks Veer Savarkar because he is ideological father of BJP or RSS.
Yeah.
In that same case, BJP and RSS attacks Gandhiji because Gandhi is their ideological purpose.
Gandhi-
That is the ideological debate.
There is one very famous line about this such kind of act.
Yeah.
If you can't destroy one's career,
Yeah.
destroy their character.
Character. Yeah.
If you can't win over someone, just try to defame him.
But-
that was exactly what was done with the character of Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah, and similar things were also done with Jawaharlal Nehru as well. If
Yeah.
you could recollect those Twitter handles were picturing some many women's.
Edwin is one of them, Edwin Mountbatten.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not able to exactly recollect those posts of Twitter handle, but in a way, Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru was in a similar situation. So, but the point is, Mahatma Gandhi was also a secular kind of, but he was more inclined towards Hinduism. So, was he not connected with RSS or something like that?
No. He wasn't
RSS, but that point of time it was RSS followed a kind of extreme Hinduism. Like if you read the documents of that particular point of time, you will realize this thing.
So, Gandhi was a liberal.
RSS nor the this Muslim League,
Yeah.
both were against the idea of partition, and even as well as they wanted that is the Congress should not become as a government.
Yeah.
Right? Because they represent both the extreme fraction of the ideology back that point of time.
Yeah.
Right. So even at certain points we see that is they deliberately choose to not participate in the partition movement
So,
because of their certain inner ideologies.
what would you say about Godse?
In that sense.
What would you say about Godse, Nathuram Godse? Was he a something called freedom fighter?
He was not freedom fighter.
Oh, what?
He was a murderer of Mahatma Gandhi.
Murderer. So he was not fighting for the people.
He, in his mind,
In his mind,
fighting for the Hindu cause.
Hindus.
Because उसका कहना था कि गांधी जी पाकिस्तान को मदद दे रहे हैं, वहाँ से हिंदू कट के आ रहे हैं और ये यहाँ पर कह रहे हैं कि मुसलमानों को बचाना चाहिए.
I mean, he was having that kind of antagonism in his own mind that he has made up. That Mahatma Gandhi in a way helping the Islamic peoples
Yeah.
over and above the plight
It's really-
and the miserable condition of Hindus at that particular time in mid 90s. Would you like to say something?
Like I have the same thing. Well, this really seems laughable to me.
Yeah.
Like as
You can laugh as well.
Yes, it's very laughable. As much as we criticize Mahatma Gandhi that he was Hindu hater or something, whatever.
Yeah.
So as the Pakistani people does. Okay, if you will read closely the Pakistani textbooks, they have n number of things that criticize Gandhi. That he was Hindu sympathizer, he was anti-Muslim.
Mahatma Gandhi remains the topic of discussion.
The stature of Mahatma Gandhi based on that even both communities hated.
Yeah.
And even both communities were not able to ignore him. This was
He was a kind of personality, was the center of discussion among all the international forums and bilateral discussion among the two countries, India and Pakistan.
They did not love him, but you can't ignore him.
Muslim League or Jinnah consider Gandhi as a Hindu.
Yeah.
Congress as a Hindu. Muslim League arise because of Congress, not RSS or anybody.
I can understand. Today,
They arise because of Congress. They consider Congress as a Hindu party.
and today what we see, it's a Congress, it's not Congress. It's a
Congress.
Muslim sympathizer. And back at about time when the Congress was in the pre-independence era, they said since Congress is a Hindu representative party, that's why you are making Muslim name. But it was not the case. We have leaders like Abul Kalam Azad, Ghaffar Khan, there are prominent leaders, and even they have the more popularity than Muslim League. So their only agenda was to term the Congress as a anti-Muslim party, as a Hindu party, so to mobilize the Muslim peoples around them. So that was
Among the many freedom fighters and the religious leaders at that point of time, when India was like a little baby growing up after a democratic victory of 1947, then when British left India and we become independent on 1947, but there were so many people, but one was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. What would you say about that too? Was he a religious leader or was he a political leader? And what would you say? Was he a Congressy or Hinduism or Islamic? What would you say about
He
him?
was social leader.
He was a
He was neither Congress leader, nor Hindu leader, nor Muslim leader. He was social leader, social activist. But in the partition case, he supported the partition.
He supported the partisan.
He said Hindu and Muslim are differences.
Yeah.
They are two separate communities. They can't live together.
Yeah.
So he was the supporter of partition. At the time of partition, only one person in whole India, in big personality, that was against partition, that was Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah.
Congress, Muslim League, Hindu Mahasabha, they all supported the partition.
So, whom do you consider the best leader of that particular time?
And whole freedom struggle.
In whole freedom struggle and even after that.
top leaders.
1950 के दशक में.
In whole cycle of freedom struggle, starting from
19th century.
19th century to 20th century, 1950 till 1950, I will pick up and place Gandhi as the topmost leader.
Yeah.
From 100, I will Gandhi 100 marks.
100 out of 100.
After that, at the second place, I will give 80 marks from 100.
For whom?
For Ras Bihari Bose.
I'm not aware about this.
Ras Bihari Bose.
He is kind of very underrated.
The kind of
Ras Bihari Bose was the person who planned attack on Viceroy Harden in 1912 and attacked and escaped from that. And after that, he organized the militant movement in Punjab, He organized and raised movement in Bengal.
Even
Bengal.
Gadar movement.
He also पंजाब में गदर मूवमेंट इन्वाइट किया और जाके जापान में आईएनए बनाए सुभाष चंद्र बोस के संग।
आईएन वोट
आईएनए इंडियन नेशनल आर्मी,
इंटरनेशनल नेशनल आर्मी,
इंडियन आर्मी जो
इंडियन नेशनल आर्मी
जो सुभाष चंद्र बोस ने बनाई थी। तो उनके बहुत योगदान है। तो सेकंड नंबर पे मैं उन्हें प्लेस करूंगा और थर्ड नंबर पे आई वांट टू प्लेस बिल गेट 50 नंबर्स और आई वांट टू प्लेस द लीडर बाल गंगाधर तिलक। होम रूल movement.
Yeah.
The kind of Gandhi work Gandhi did. Tilak was doing the same work before after arrival.
He gave almost 1 decade and ignited the spirit of freedom in Indians for almost 1 decade, 1.5 decade.
Of course.
अब संगम अपनी बताएंगे तीन टॉप।
संगम अपनी बताइए।
Like I will first, at the first part, I will definitely agree to the Saurabh ji on the undisputed fact that is Mahatma Gandhi is undoubtedly okay, because many people may judge कि the contribution of the leader is basically judged by the fact that they see how much it impacted the masses, right? The kind of mobilization.
He was a motivational speaker.
The kind of mobilization ability he had. I think there is nothing, no one leader that has the same kind of stature that he had. First thing. So Mahatma Gandhi, I just give full marks. The kind of movement, like mass movements, drastic movements, he just mobilized.
You guys are a fan of Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah, Mahatma really. This I said earlier as well. You can either love him or hate him on the policies, but you can't ignore him. There's nothing about him. Secondly, I would consider Subhash Chandra Bose, of course, because for me, one person who was not equal, of course, Gandhi, but on the other side, who was really shaking the roots of British Empire, that was Subhash Chandra Bose, definitely, because the kind of support he was organizing from the outside, especially in Germany, and when he was in Japan, and when he planned the attack from our northeastern region. And many people say that all of this non-violence only has resulted in the freedom of India. Okay, of course it is true, correct. There is no doubt on that. 80% was that part. But if you see at the last few years of the Indian independence, you will see the kind of complex incident were like there were Royal Navy mutiny, and I would consider that was the last nail upon the coffin of the British Empire. The Royal Navy mutiny, as well as the kind of trials which happened at the Red Fort, the kind of public perception which was made. And how was that? Because the INA trials, that was because of the INA army which was set up by Subhash Chandra Bose. So I do consider him as one of the greatest leaders as well, especially. But there are other reasons why he not won. There are other reasons for that. Thirdly, I would consider definitely Bal Gangadhar is one upon them.
Bal Gangadhar Tilak.
Yeah.
रासबिहारी बोस।
Yes, Rasbihari Bose, Bal Gangadhar Tilak.
Actually,
in the terms of influence in the people.
It is surprising for me. It is the first time I'm hearing about Rasbihari Bose.
Not so many people in India know about Rasbihari Bose.
Yeah.
For me, he was one of the greatest militant leader of India.
Yeah.
You will take any major revolution in the decade of 1910, 1920s. Rasbihari Bose was there. Or whether the Gadar movement in the California, San Francisco will organize, whether you can see the Japan, Malaya, this all. See, he has involvement. Even this INA has talked about Captain Mohan Singh, and he raised actually the Captain Mohan Singh.
So
Subhash Chandra Bose was actually commander. He was not the founder of the.
Okay, we have had enough discussion about the people have fought against British, have contributed their complete life building, getting the freedom for the India. But what do you think about the people after getting the independence? Who built the real India?
Nehru.
Whom do you consider?
Nehru comes at the top.
Nehru comes at the top because primarily he was the prime minister.
He was the prime minister for almost 20 years. Till from 1954 to 1964. तो उन्होंने उस समय देश को संभाला जब देश सबसे बड़ी कमजोरी में था। मतलब देश के पास सबसे ज्यादा गरीब था, देश भुखमरी में था, देश के पास खाने वाले नहीं था, अनाज नहीं था, फूड ग्रेन नहीं थे। हमने अमेरिका से आयात करते थे। हम कौन सा खाना करते थे जो अमेरिकी लोग अपने जानवरों को देसी वरों खिलाते।
So we were treated like a dog.
Yes, treated like animals.
We were animals, yeah.
We were at that conditions.
मतलब
और नेहरू जी ने क्या क्या कार्य किए वो मैं बताता हूँ। IIT स्थापित किए, IIM स्थापित किए,
yeah.
आयरन एंड कोल इंडस्ट्री स्थापित की। जैसे छत्तीसगढ़ में बोकारो, झारखंड में स्टील उत्पाद इंडस्ट्री, बड़ी बड़ी इंडस्ट्री जो देश को संभाली है जिन्होंने। बैंक्स का बैंक स्थापित किए बड़े बड़े। नेशनलाइजेशन सबसे पहले SBI का हुआ, इंपीरियल बैंक ऑफ इंडिया था जिसको 1949 में बनाया गया। RBI का नेशनलाइजेशन हुआ
1935.
और उसकी नींव रख दी भाभा एटॉमिक रिसर्च सेंटर या अपना DRDO,
IASC,
उसकी नींव रख दी। जो देश की सबसे मजबूत चीजें हैं जिस पर आप देश टिका हुआ है, IITs पर, DRDO पर, इस्पात इंडस्ट्री पर, वो सारी चीजें नेहरू जी के समय हुई। उनका योगदान, हाँ उन पर गलतियां हुई कुछ, चाइना मुद्दे को हैंडल नहीं कर पाए, वो किसी पर भी हो सकता है।
And
वो एक आम भारतीय की तरह उन्होंने बिहेव किया चाइना के साथ कि विश्वास करते रहे, अपने दोस्त से सब विश्वास करते हैं, लेकिन कोई दोस्त धोखा दे जाए तो उसमें उनकी क्या गलती है?
कोई गलती नहीं।
बताओ, चाइना उनको बैक स्टेप कर लिया
Yeah.
ना, ठीक है, अच्छा किया उन्होंने। हमें अपने पूर्वजों की बुराई नहीं करना चाहिए। हाँ बुरे हो सकते हैं लोग, उनकी बुराइयों को छुपाना चाहिए, उनकी बुराई नहीं करनी चाहिए।
करना नहीं चाहिए।
नियत पे सवाल होना चाहिए,
जी।
नियत खराब नहीं चाहिए।
But what do you people say about the constitution? Is that a masterstroke from the politician?
Constitution,
Yeah.
Constitution was definitely was a masterstroke.
Yeah.
Constitution was.
And how do you think that constitution is helping building the nation?
The reason why Yugoslavia is broken into so many nations today, the Pakistan has been seeing so much backlash today.
Yeah.
Even after that, if the country,
Yeah.
which is the most diverse country in the world,
Yeah.
and if it is united,
Yeah.
there is something wrong with the document. We should understand that.
Yeah.
That is what the constitution exactly that done.
Of course.
That was strictly the vision of our leaders. Look at the vision of our leader luminaries who
Yeah.
thought that it is as the constitution called, that is the continuous living document.
Yeah.
The kind of evolving
For the Constitution, I would like to mention three persons,
Sure.
specifically.
Sure.
I consider them
Yeah.
as a most specific role,
Yeah.
actually most important role.
Role they have played.
फर्स्ट नंबर पर आएंगे BN राव।
BN?
the constitution advisor.
VN Rao.
One of the finest legal luminaries.
He presented all the best things of the world. He presented all the document, all the good things from all the constitution of the world
Yeah.
to drafted committee.
Yeah.
So, in front of the drafted committee.
Yeah.
At the second level, of course, B.R. Ambedkar भी जानते हैं, बाबा साहब भीमराव अम्बेडकर।
That is what I was actually thinking. Why you guys are not talking about him?
No one has
He was social activist.
He was actively participating, getting a sort of help from Britishers.
इसलिए तो फ्रीडम फाइटर को उनका हमने
जिक्र नहीं किया।
जिक्र नहीं किया क्योंकि वो सोशल एक्टिविस्ट थे।
Yeah, he was not a freedom fighter. He was a social activist.
Social activist. He was more concerned about social upliftment.
That is necessary.
And that was also necessary.
Yeah, it was very necessary.
And that was also mentioned in the constitution as well included.
और थर्ड नंबर पर मैं रखना चाहूँगा नेहरू जी को, जिन्होंने ऑब्जेक्टिव रेगुलेशन पास किया,
हाँ, those are very
जिससे
good.
प्रेमबल बना, जिसने हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को एक लाइन दिखाई, गाइडिंग स्पिरिट दिखाई,
Yeah.
तो उनका रोल सबसे महत्वपूर्ण माना जाएगा।
Those.
3% ने कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से सभी ने सेव किया, उनकी मर्जी के कंसेंसस से हर आर्टिकल एक पास हुआ है। कोई भी आर्टिकल पे यदि कंसेंसस नहीं होता सब लोगों का, 365 लोगों का, तो कोई भी आर्टिकल पास नहीं हो पाता। 365 लोगों का योगदान है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनने में, लेकिन 3 लोगों को प्रमुखता से माना जाएगा।
हाँ।
और चौथे पर अपन जोड़ सकते हैं बिल्कुल सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल।
Yeah.
वो प्रमुख थे, कई लोगों को संभालने में।
He was iron man.
भी एक समय पर रूठ गए थे, कहीं दूसरे असेंबली से बाहर जा रहे थे, उन्हें भी मना के वही लाए। तो उन्होंने सबको एक रखा, इसमें उनका थोड़ा योगदान, उन्होंने देश को भी एक रखा लास्ट में।
And what I consider the best thing about the constitution that it has contained all the grassroots things that is required to achieve those kind of aspiration and goals that are mentioned. And our constitution is the best thing best document ever written in the history of world. So what do you say about the constitution?
Like definitely, as I said earlier, that is key. It is one of the finest documents we have ever written, and there is no doubt about that. That actually speaks to what kind of vision our freedom fighters cared about. That is the kind of country which we were.
Yeah.
At that particular point of time, we were the most diverse country. India is actually not a country; it's a continent itself. Okay,
It's a
there are
continent.
Yes, so
Yeah, it was called a Upmali.
in the population in the
It's a
diversity,
subcontinent.
right? We are, and the reason why actually they were thriving so much progressively.
Yeah.
The reason is constitution, which has the backing which it has.
Yeah.
Right. So the kind of people who were involved in that, definitely they have made a very fantastic document. There is no doubt about it. People like B.R. Ambedkar, even Mahatma Gandhi was not in it.
But why
Not
then-
constitution?
why-
It was his philosophy.
But not
But
there.
even
But his soul was there.
the whole thing of welfare state concept that we have, that actually comes from the concept of Mahatma Gandhi, the Gandhian socialism as we call it.
Any concept
The
of
DPSP, right?
DPSP are
It's the article.
But then, yeah, of course, the constitution is the most beautiful document and the founding pillar for the growth and development of India. But why there are
And they were, one thing you should notice, that they were not very much take proud in that as well.
yeah,
Even when they made provision that we have made constitution, they were not that we are the absolute, we are the most intelligible in the world.
influential.
The very first amendment which was happened, that was in 1951.
Yeah.
Even when the constitution was made, so they have made it that much flexible that it can cater to demands of time.
Yeah, but
Right. So
although
it is at the same moment is flexible and
Rigid at the same time.
rigid for the basic things of constitution.
Yeah.
That can't be changed.
although the world admires the beautiness of constitution, the inclusiveness that Indian constitution have got, but I still find millions of people who still argue with the value, with the face value of Indian constitution. They still think that the Indian constitution isn't that much good, and that they see flaws in that. And sometimes we heard from the news is that the speculations maybe कि कुछ political parties है जो constitution बदलना चाहती हैं. So what would you say about that?
Any constitution, any document is not
Fulfilled means it is not complete.
not perfect.
Yeah, not perfect. Yeah, I would say.
So change can be happening till now.
Change.
About 106 amendment has been taken place in constitution.
Yeah,
So no constitution should be changed till the time,
yeah,
or that is changing.
yeah,
But if you want to change the basic structure
Yeah.
of the constitution, like the fundamental things like secularism, like federalism, like the fundamental rights of the people, so that can't be changed.
But-
all the things can be changed.
but my question is that although he is well inclusive in the context, in the way that the constitution is written, but is he doing a fair amount of things for all the peoples living in the territory,
Yeah.
or he is
Substantive basis.
he is leaving behind one or few communities?
I would like to go to B.R. Ambedkar in that, as he said, that is key. However, the constitutional document good may be.
Yeah.
If the implementation is not good, it would be not
Yeah.
as good.
So the
Implementation part is very necessary.
Yeah.
The constitution substantive is very good.
So,
But
Can
like
be said
these-
about any law.
Yes.
I can form my opinion now. Then the people are not getting benefit out of the constitution just because the government is not capable enough to implement it. To implement it in 100%.
Yeah.
So,
They are not trying.
so what is the future ideas that you can bring about after this discussion? And what would be the scenario of constitution after a few decades?
Constitution should change in some aspect like LGBT.
LGBTQs.
Constitution
So are they? Yeah.
still not recognize them like they can legally marry
Yeah.
LGBT couples.
Yeah.
So they should, constitution should not
But at least they have-
about the right of
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some areas
But
that are
at least LGBTQs are also being protected by the constitution in a way that Supreme Court itself held an opinion regarding the safety and precautions
They
of.
are just at the nascent stage. This is nascent development. Beginning age stage.
Is a stage of beginning.
Yeah, stage of development.
Yeah. That,
They are not given that much right.
but those people are still protective. They are getting protection.
Yes, but not
Not in that way.
not explicitly.
Like marriage rights, they don't
Not
have. Social
explicitly.
security rights, they don't have.
Explicitly.
So that we need to work upon. Other thing like marital rape, we should work
What do you, what do you say? How is UPSC is helping the nation growing?
Basically, you need to say.
Yeah, I mean to say UPSC as
UPSC is getting
a commission which
some
is
talented people,
recruiting IAS officers.
some talented minds to the bureaucracy of this nation.
Yeah, but do you think the talented minds are good for the development, or do you think that the moral people are even more better?
Like, it should be a combination of both. Okay. You can't even compromise with the morality because ultimately you have to benefit. We are a welfare state, right? And ultimately you should not also compromise with the capabilities as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because both go hands in hand to cater each other.
UPSC is also working on the aspect of morality.
No.
We can see this in ethics paper, GS4.
Yeah.
They are also working on that part.
Although the people have been taking in their mind that the person who qualifies GS4, yani ki ethics paper,
Yeah.
they are morals.
It's a presumption. Okay, although
UPSC is just trying to inculcate some values, but it is not hard and fast rule ki they will definitely grasp the morality or
it
values.
ultimately depends on the persons who are
Person's character.
serving the seat, the authority.
So
If we have several delegate IAS officers,
There
on
are-
the other side we have Pooja Kedkar like people as well.
yeah,
Okay, so
Pooja Kedkar.
yeah, so it depends upon people as well. How to do.
Although she was able to clear the world toughest examination, but through her kind of actions, we could frame the mindset of she was having. The
Because see, any person
mindset was like a 12th class student.
any person can be corrupt, rich or poor.
Nee, she was not
There is no very
she was
hard
not
fast mechanism to
she
judge.
was not a corrupt.
She was corrupt in that sense.
She was corrupt.
She forged the documents.
Okay,
That is corruption.
let be there as it may, but I would like to talk about the millions of the millions aspirants who have confined themselves within the four walls of Delhi, Muzaffarnagar, maybe what Nagar? Old Rajendra Nagar. What do you say about them? They are spending lakhs and crores of amount in Delhi's and enriching the Delhi's GDP. But on the other hand, they are giving the most precious and crucial time of their life, early 20s and middle 20s, just to prepare for the examination. And there are hardly, I would say, there are hardly 30-40 seats available for each category in a segment of IAS or IPS. But do you think these guys are wasting their lifetime, or government should increase the number of vacancies that IAS have?
Yeah, definitely government should increase the vacancy, but they can't increase the vacancies in comparison of the people attending,
Yeah.
people applying for this exam.
Yeah. Should they not consider it as important data that millions, if millions of people are applying, should there not be कि उनका कुछ इंतजाम हो जाए,
They
उनको
will
कोई
apply in
जॉब?
any case because we did not have any majorly industry, big industry, private
Until
jobs.
unless
Yeah.
the secondary
Yeah.
of this India country will not develop,
Yeah.
there is no remedy to it.
Or our population is very, very
So
very
so do you say
Yes.
will remain large.
do you say IAS is the only way you can contribute to the development
No, no.
of India?
It's the perception.
This is not there.
There's a giveaway percent that all industry mafia has made to the mind of students.
But for middle class people, this is the only thing by which they can change their social status. They can uplift from their social status.
Is this
This is the job for middle class people. They can't do business on its own.
Yeah.
They have not such
Resources.
that much money.
yeah?
So this is the only case. Also, people appear in SSC exam.
I would like to know from you guys. You must have been encountering so many officers who have been selected previously. So, किस हद तक IAS IPS ने इंडिया की डेवलपमेंट और ग्रोथ में अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया है? How
See,
far?
definitely there. See, one thing which is said about the IS like the bureaucracy in general, we see. It is generally considered as a status quoist. That is, see, whatever thing which is
Status
going
quoist
on,
means?
it will remain as it is. Okay. So there is
They will keep the situation
as it is. It will not downgrade, but it will run smoothly.
Means the more they'll focus on the growth, they are more focusing on saving the wickets. कि इससे कम नहीं होना
Yes,
चाहिए.
हाँ. So in that way,
They are putting their energy on keeping the
You
line.
can't expect any revolutionary kind of transition which will happen through bureaucracy.
But the
they will just sustain whatever development we are doing.
But the
Right?
aspirants always proclaimed that they will takht badal दूंगा, ताज बदल दूंगा. So are they able to do that after they got selected?
ये लोग प्रिपरेशन से पहले ही कहते हैं
हम्म.
जब पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम में वो आते हैं
और फिर
जब उन्हें पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स की आवाज आती है तेज आवाज अकेले में चीफ मिनिस्टर जब उनसे बोलता है तेज आवाज में तो उनकी
बोलती बंद हो जाती
डॉट 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 हो जाती है
बोलती बंद हो जाती
हो जाती है.
तो वो उन्हें सिस्टम के अनुसार काम करना पड़ता है दे कांट चेंज द सिस्टम 1%.
So they are doing the same kind of job. So what is the use if somebody who is more intellectual than anyone else, like just like me or you, got selected in the UPSC and wanted to do something else more than the usual kind of things happens. So would he be able to do something on his own? Something unique, something which is not yet done.
Smart enough, and he can manage a lot of things out of his personality. Like he can. Okay. So the logical way of like dealing in the value of the civil services, there is nothing that you will think that I will do certain revolution. Like there were 2 eras before me and after me. So don't come in the UPSC with that kind of mindset, right?
Yeah.
Whatever in your capacity you can do, just do small efforts. Okay, just on the capacity, like on your district, you can do certain great initiatives that people may learn upon it. Because you can just make a stepping stone slowly. You can't just change things overnight. There is some smart things you should do, and that will ultimately reward.
But for the rest of the people who are in a similar IQ level, they'll do the same thing what the previous generation of IAS were doing for the last decades. वो वही काम करेंगे, परंपरा का निर्वाह करेंगे, isn't it?
परंपरा का निर्वाह भी अच्छी तरीके से करना है.
वो भी बड़ी बात
इसका मेन कार्य होता है पॉलिसी निर्माण करना. पॉलिसी निर्माण में साथ देना, उसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करना. यदि कोई योजना है जैसे स्वच्छ भारत योजना है, उसका आईएएस ने अपने क्षेत्र में अच्छे से इम्प्लीमेंटेशन कर दिया, एक जिले को सच में स्वच्छ बना दिया, तो हो गया. इतना ही काम करना है. परंपरा का निर्माण ही करना है. परंपरा का निर्माण अपने यहाँ अच्छे से नहीं होता क्योंकि करप्शन है उसमें. पैसे बचाए जाते हैं, ऊपर से 100 पैसा आता है, नीचे 1 पैसा बचता है.
Water policy made
उसकी कमी है.
100% implement all this.
और एक आईएएस जो बात कर रहा होता है क्रांति की पेपर से पहले, वो पेपर के बाद क्यों नहीं कर पाता? क्योंकि पॉलिटिकल लीडर का दबाव रहता है उसके पास. वो सिस्टम में अकेला ही ऐसा होता है, मतलब कुछ लोगों के साथ. बहुत कम लोग सिस्टम में होते हैं जो ईमानदार होते हैं. तो पहले से लोग बैठे हुए सत्ता बनाए, उनके सामने हर कोई नहीं लड़ सकता. झूठा केस लगा देंगे वो, आपके फैमिली पर अटैक कर देंगे, आपका ट्रांसफर कर देंगे. एक आईएएस हरियाणा में थे अशोक खेमकर, वो ईमानदार थे. इस वजह से उन्हें अपने जीवन काल में 60 ट्रांसफर झेलने पड़े. अब
और शायद से
उनकी लाइफ हेल बन गई. अब ईमानदारी का ये फल मिलता है. तो सिस्टम से लड़ पाना बहुत मुश्किल है.
और कहीं ना कहीं त्यागी जी, मुझे ये भी लगता है कि ये जो लोग हैं जो ईमानदार होते हैं, सिस्टम के खिलाफ लड़ते हैं, या फिर कहीं ना कहीं लड़ते थक जाते हैं, हार जाते हैं, वो कहीं ना कहीं मिडिल क्लास से रहते हैं. दे डू नॉट हैव इन देयर बैक एंड द सपोर्ट दैट दे रिक्वायर्ड फाइटिंग अगेंस्ट द पॉलिटिक्स and I would say the system. So this is the only reason. Maybe the upper class ये सारी चीजें कर सके. What do you say about that?
Ultimately, it should be if you are the powerful and with the right mindset. Only that can guarantee a growth. Like China is the biggest example in front of us. Even when they are dictatorship, they have this kind of at least sensible leadership that think about the country, not about their own personal fancies.
Yeah.
That's why they are the $18 trillion economy today. Right. So that is if you are powerful, ultimately you should use your power in the right direction.
System, if a system has to be changed, it must be come from upper authority, at the top level authority.
Yeah.
At the level of Prime Minister, Home Minister, Chief Minister or State Home Minister, they can overhaul the system.
Okay.
Not the people that at the bottom of the ladder.
Yeah.
just like IS, IPS. They can't do
But
much.
do you say, do you mean that they are the bottom hands of the government?
Yeah.
They do not have those opportunities or those power, those that we as a common people think about.
Yeah.
Are we
Yes,
overjudging them?
perception of the-
Are we overjudging
Yes, they are
them,
more
making them even?
They are not all powerful. They are powerful.
Yeah.
They can do very much in a district level, but they can't do everything.
Much about everything.
They can't do much things,
But
because they have to work under the political master.
Executive.
Ultimately, the political system of this country needs to be changed.
Yes.
So how
But for the political system to be changed, society has to be changed.
Yes.
But how do you think that the society?
Yes, it is correct.
But
Maybe it seems laughable, but it is very hard truth.
But how do you think that the society will get to change?
There will be
Real education.
Education.
Real education.
more than
education.
Everyone-
sensitivity.
There should be awareness.
Awareness. Right?
There should be sensitivity.
Awareness about what?
Sensitivity for the cause, awareness for the cause.
For the cause, for what?
What is the more important, most important for the country development?
The leaders, the petty leaders of our country.
It is this petty politics, or the AI, or the robotics, or the Web3, or the supercomputers, or the scientific developments, or this petty politics of religion, castes, politics, religion, language.
Yes, we should decide
We should
decide it today.
we should decide at this moment that what is our priority.
On a good
What
note,
is our biggest priority?
on a good note, we have been observing the culture of India is very much significant and portrayed a very good and soft corner image in the international forum as
That
well.
is our soft power and world. Like Buddhism is our soft power.
Yeah,
Wherever Modi ji
Bollywood is also.
goes.
Modi ji uses the power of Buddhism.
Buddhism.
Power of Buddhism. Buddhism is our super power.
Yeah.
Especially in especially in southeastern countries or eastern countries like Mongolia, Japan, or Colombia, Malaysia, Thailand,
Malaysia,
Sri Lanka,
Indonesia,
Cambodia.
etc. But yoga is India's biggest power at the global level.
No.
Bollywood is also our soft power.
Yeah.
We can use them to influence people at the global
Like
level.
our diversity of culture is our biggest power.
My point.
Concept which was
My point was that although
one earth, one nation, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
Yeah.
That is also power.
Although you said very well, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is our prime motive and the declaration that we always try to give, that our society is more inclined, more inclusive, more soft corner to each other. But surprisingly the hates, ये जो नफरत की आग है वो कहीं ना कहीं लोगों के दिलों में, कहीं ना कहीं उनके दिमागों में दबी है, वो इस तरह से फैल रही है कि वो एक सही व्यक्ति को चुनाव भी नहीं कर पाते हैं, कहीं ना कहीं मैंने देखा है.
That is because of politics.
Means, but how do you tackle that? Although हम इतने सारे soft corner, but फिर भी इतनी नफरत, इतने आंदोलन, इतने झगड़े,
certain fundamental
discrimination, fight among those who cannot even fight for themselves.
In every society, fault lines होती हैं.
Thought lines.
Fault lines जिस पर लड़ाई हो सकती है.
Fault lines.
जैसे इंडिया में रिलीजन बहुत बड़ी fault line है. Especially
नहीं, ज्यादातर ईस्टर्न कंट्रीज होती हैं, उन सब में रिलीजियस ऐसा फॉल्ट लाइंस मैंने देखा है.
नहीं, बहुत जगह
बांग्लादेश, पाकिस्तान,
जैसे
इंडिया.
यूरोप में होने लगा है.
नहीं, यूरोप में शायद इतना ज्यादा.
Earlier it was not, now it has been growing.
क्योंकि उसमें एक ही प्रकार के लोग थे.
Migration.
तो उनमें क्रिश्चियनी पॉवर्टी ज्यादा थी, तो
Yeah.
होने का वो नहीं था.
What do you think?
लेकिन जब मुस्लिम बढ़ रहा है, मुस्लिम माइग्रेशन हो रहा है, तो दिख रहे हैं. कनाडा में सिख दिखेगा, सिख वर्सेस. तो इंडिया में जैसे एक फॉल्ट रिलीजन की है, पंजाब में रिलीजन की फॉल्ट है, लैंग्वेज की फॉल्ट बहुत बड़ी है, रीजन्स की फॉल्ट बहुत बड़ी है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट के मामले में एथनिसिटी की फॉल्ट बहुत बड़ी है. तो इसको कोई भी चिंगारी दे दे तो ये पनपेगी जरूर. तो पॉलिटिकल लीडर इन्हें हाथ में लेकर खेलते हैं और लोगों को नचाते हैं.
Okay.
बट इमोशंस हैं. लेकिन आप बोल रहे थे कि इसे टैकल कैसे करें.
How do you tackle it?
मेरा मानना है इंडिया की जो सभ्यता है, संस्कृति है, वो अपने आप टैकल कर लेगी.
कैसे?
इंडिया की भूमि, इंडिया की मृदा में एंट्रेड है ही नहीं है.
हाँ.
चाहे इतना हेडरेट का बीच बोले पहुंचाने की कोशिश करें, वो पनपेगा नहीं, उसे उगल देगी हमारी पृथ्वी माँ।
अच्छा, पृथ्वी माँ।
इंडिया की हिस्ट्री रही है कि उसने कभी हेडरेट को परम नहीं दिया है, या इंक्लूसिविटी रही है, तो अपने आप उगल देगी। जैसे अभी देख रहे हैं, जैसे भाजपा बहुत उस पर बढ़ी थी, अपने आप उसका डिक्लाइन होने लगा है। जैसे 2024 के इलेक्शन अपन देख सकते हैं, 240 सीट पर सबमिट कर रही थी, उससे मेजोरिटी भी नहीं आई। तो इंडिया की जो संस्कृति है अपना बदल देगी, देखना फिर से वही आएगी। ज्यादा देर तक भारत के लोग नफरत में नहीं रह सकते।
क्या वही आएगी?
मतलब फिर से इंक्लूसिविटी आएगी। भारत की
इंक्लूसिविटी किस तरह से आएगी?
अपने आप भारत की सभ्यता में ऐसा है, वो ज्यादा देर तक हेडेड को संभाल नहीं सकती। तो भारत के लोग मूलतः इंक्लूसिव है।
They are very soft core.
या पुराने समय से, अशोक के समय में बुद्धिज्म, जैनिज्म और हिंदुइज्म में लड़ाई थी, लेकिन तीनों का रिकंसिलिएशन बहुत बड़े अच्छे तरीके से हुआ।
They are in a way philosophically very enlightened peoples, I would say.
Indians इंडिया में ज्यूस का हर जगह शोषण हुआ, इंडिया में आए तो उन्हें पनाह दी गई, पारसियों को पनाह दी गई।
One of the oldest Muslim peoples.
Indians are very gentle.
मुस्लिम्स के साथ भी धीरे धीरे साईं बाबा एक उदाहरण है। ये साईं बाबा मुस्लिम है, लेकिन वो हिंदू सेंट बना लिया। ये सूफी और भक्ति मूवमेंट में समानता दिखती है। तो हमारे यहाँ ऐसा होता है कि हम ढूंढ लेते हैं कोई ना कोई चीज जिस पर हम साथ हो सकते हैं। बुराई की चीजों में हम ढूंढ लेते हैं कि हम कैसे साथ रह सकते हैं, और हमारे रूट सेम ही है। ज्यादा देर तक हम टेक नहीं पाएंगे इस घटना के आधार में, हम जरूर आगे बढ़ेंगे। ये सदी जरूर हमारी होगी, आप देखना। We will be right at the top.
Although there is one episode that is already been recorded, but there is still a lot much to talk about the international relations and the bilateral relations that India, Pakistan, China will be talking about religious outrages, mob lynchings, and linguistic conflicts. Nowadays, Stalins are constantly raising his hand against the Hindi.
Yes.
Yeah, because maybe he wants to safeguard the Tamil people.
Not the people.
He wants to
Tamil Nadu biggest issue is the language.
language.
Community, even when the Tamil Nadu was born in 1940.
Do you guys want to continue with the lecture?
What you were saying?
I'm saying it's already been about 47 minutes. So would you like to continue with the talk, or may
I just want to conclude.
So please conclude yourself. You can conclude
I
yourself.
conclude that this 21st century will see the rise of India more inclusive.
How
more
do
developed.
yeah that is very okay, but how do you as a youth personality would do something in that? How would you contribute? How do you see yourself in that phase of development?
I want to contribute by assimilating into the bureaucratic system of India.
Yeah.
I just want to do my work with utmost honesty,
Yeah.
without any corruption,
Yeah.
utmost integrity. I will try to implement the policy as much as can with my true honesty, true integrity, and the truest one.
Whom will you favor once you become in charge of framing policies?
I will be the public servant. I will favor the public.
Yeah.
I will, or
Particular community?
About public, I will follow my custody.
Yeah. Now, would you like to conclude how and
Never ever overlook your country,
country?
constitution, your mother.
Your
Rest others are temporary. ये लोग आते जाते रहेंगे, बस ये देश रहना चाहिए, ये संविधान रहना चाहिए. So always abide by the ideals that our freedom fighters have looked upon us. Always look upon this beautiful magnum opus of our country, that is our constitution. There is no one that is above it.
Yeah.
Whatever values were fundamental things, philosophical ideas we have cherished from the so many thousand years. The legacy, we are a country of legacy. We are not a country like America who has just only 400, 500 years of history. We are the living nations from so many times, from the eternity. So we should continue this legacy. Being a youth, let's be more sensitive. Let's be more honest with ourselves. Let's be more harmonious with the peoples. Let understand our values and more scientific in the temper.
Would you like?
temperance.
Would you like?
ऐसा भी नहीं है।
Yeah. Would you like to pick few lines to sing? कोई राष्ट्रगीत गाना चाहेंगे आप?
राष्ट्रगीत
कोई भी मतलब कोई ऐसा गीत जिससे देश प्रेम की भावना जागे।
only that time
Would you?
वो यूनान और रोमा सब मिट गए जहाँ से
क्या?
कुछ बात तो है कि असली मिट्टी नहीं है
क्या?
सदियों दुश्मन रहा है दौरे जहाँ सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान I just want to say that.
इन्हीं पंक्तियों के साथ मैं अपनी वाणी से विराम लेता हूँ दोस्तों, फिर से मिलता हूँ एक नई चर्चा के साथ। तब तक मेरे साथ बने रहिएगा इस प्यार से चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके। थैंक यू, हैव अ ग्रेटफुल डे।